All right, so now let's understand how to memorize a long string of any information. It could be numbers, words, in in the terms of hundreds and 200 digits. How to memorize that? Because right now what we've done is we have done using story method. But there is a shortcoming of story method. In story method, what happens is that if you are linking the words and if you by any chance forget one word in between, then you will lose the entire story format. And thus that is going to be a data loss and you won't be able to recall the, future values. So can we do something about that? So yes, the answer is memory palace. Okay, let's understand what memory palace is. So memory palace is a concept wherein you can actually place information in space, in this or on your spatial memory. What is spatial memory? Spatial memory is a concept of so it's the memory of we storing maps inside our head, right? So whenever we travel from one place to another, we create a map inside our head, and that's what is spatial memory. And using this tool, it helps us to store things in our environment. Okay, so we can store things in locations, in environment, in places, and then we can recall them. And this method is a very powerful method which can be used by memory athletes to recall large amount of valuable information. Memory palace concept is also called as Roman rooms method, memory palace method, musical walk method, location loci, mind palace or journey method. So there are multiple names by this, which is it is called. Okay, but the purpose remains the same. Now to understand this, let's go for a journey. Okay, so are you traveling from one place to another? And in between, you will be getting few locations and you will keep noting down those locations. Okay, so imagine you are coming to my office, right? So you are coming to my office, and the first thing that you see when you enter the office, maybe the premises or the building, okay, the main building. So when you enter over there, the first thing that you see is a boom barrier. Okay, so what is the first location when you're visiting me? It's the boom barrier. Wonderful. You move ahead. And as you go further, there is a second thing that you see, and that is an air filling station. Okay. So air station is there. Then after that, you fill the air, move ahead. After air filling station, you see a parking spot. So you have to park your car. So that is the parking spot. That is the third location you see. Then further on, around the building complex, there is a water body, water flowing for the beautification of the place. And there is a bridge that you have to cross. So the fourth location that you need to take to reach my office is a water bridge. Okay. Then moving further, as you go ahead, you see a waterfall, an artificial waterfall. Okay. So what are the 5 things that we have seen? So starting from the top, you have seen the first one is boom barrier. Okay. Then after boom barrier, what did you see? You saw an air station. So air station where you fill the air. Then moving on, you see a parking spot where you can park your car. Then there is a bridge that you're going to cross. And then after that, there is a gap. So the 5 locations, okay. Let's see other locations from 6 to 10. So what are the next locations? Yeah. So the next locations are, as you go ahead, you see an entrance door, the entrance door to the actual building. Okay, so the 6th location is the actual building door. When you go ahead of this door, you see a gray pouch on the left-hand side. So there's a gray pouch. 7th location is what? There's a gray pouch. As you sit on this gray pouch, on the opposite wall, you see an elevator. This elevator will take you to floor number 1. So what is the 8th location? It is an elevator. As you take the elevator, you go to first floor. On first floor, you see, the moment you come out on the wall, you see a Mona Lisa's painting. Okay, so what is the 9th location? It's Mona Lisa's painting. Now, as you turn right on the wall, on the Mona Lisa's wall, the further on wall, the full wall is converted into an aquarium, wall aquarium. Okay, so we have seen 10 important locations that you see when you are coming to my office. Let's recall all of them. What are those 10 locations? So what are those 10 locations? Starting from the top, the first location is the boom barrier. After boom barrier, you see there's air station. Then after air station, you see the parking spot where you park the car. Then you cross the bridge. After the bridge, there's a waterfall. After waterfall, there's an entrance door to the building. Then there's a grey couch on which you sit. Opposite to it is elevator. Then there's a Mona Lisa's painting and wall decoration, right? So there are 10 things that we have seen on journey from one place to another. But these 10 informations can be used very wisely, very smartly to memorize any string of information. Okay, so here is a list of 10 things. Now, this location, this journey. So, what was this journey? This journey was from outside coming to my office, and we found 10 points on the map. Okay, now we will use this to memorize a list of numbers. Let's see how to do that in our next video.